So groovy. Aren't we groovy this morning? Well, good morning. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Wow. Hi, old friend. Oh my God, I'm happy to see you. So happy to see you. Always so good to see familiar faces and new faces. So that's exciting. You know, it's exciting for me, but I know it's exciting for all of us, isn't it? It's so fun to be in community. It's just so unique and powerful. And I'm going to pretend like, let's see, at home. I see Gina, and I see, love that, love that. So welcome all. I'm Theresa Feberts, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. I look about the room, and as I said, I see familiar faces and faces I haven't seen in a long time, and unfamiliar faces, and it's delightful, and I look forward to getting to know everybody. And make sure that you introduce yourself to me if we've not met before. Just interrupt me. I do that to you all the time. You just, you know, just come interrupt me. I don't mind at all. Because together, we're here to do powerful work, right? In a loving and supportive container. In an awareness of the power that is present in, as, and through each one of us. We look into each other's eyes with that respect, with that namaste attitude that the divinity in me greets and honors the divinity in you. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And you know, when we really get that in this room, we've got over 100 members now. When we really get that, and we all go out and be that, we can't help but impact and affect everything and everyone around us. We make a difference. You make a difference. Everything you are and everything you do makes a difference. Yeah. Yeah. So we're celebrating this month. Any opportunity to party, I'm down with. Robin Williams said that that's what spring was all about. It was nature saying, time to party, you know? Yeah, it's time to party. So as I said last week, we've been meeting here. We started 5 years ago last week. Last Sunday was five years to the day, because there were 2 leap years in there. Yeah, it's very exciting. And so we're looking at and celebrating who we are and who we are becoming. Who we are right now and who we are becoming. And I can tell you from my perspective, from this vantage point, it's different than that first Sunday. It is different. And each of us, everyone at home, everyone, whether you tune in now or you tune in later, everyone is evolving, right? And evolving at your own pace and evolving in your own way. Absolutely. It's kind of our spiritual way of aging, right? Because you can't get away from it. We will evolve. We will evolve. We will age. Yeah. So I think we should do it consciously. How about you? I think we should do it consciously. And it's the nature of life. This philosophy teaches us about oneness. It teaches us about that interconnectivity of all life, that we are inseparable, we are in union with that urge, that creative seed, that spark of all life, that which is in nature, that which is in me, is in each one of us, right? And there's something unifying about that, because that is of the same source, the same substance within each one of us. And so again, it reminds us that everything we do matters, and it matters to the collective. Because we don't live in a vacuum. Everything you do affects everything else, right? I've said this before, but I want you to have the image right now of Pigpen. My beloveds, that is you. And what is it that's rolling off of you everywhere you go? Keep that image. So in this one source, substance, energy, creative intelligence, in this one spirit, whatever we choose to call it, God, we recognize that it is eternal. It is that which has no beginning and no end, right? That which is birthless, that which is deathless. Yes? So in that context, in that awareness, I do have an announcement to make, a sad announcement, that our beloved Rev G, Reverend Emil, is experiencing a great loss. The loss of his beloved wife, whom he calls his, the love of his life. And he's devastated. Yeah. So, she passed, she made her transition on Easter Eve. Yeah, half an hour before Easter, 11:30 Saturday night. And he has been with friends. He's been out kayaking. He's been out in nature. And he's going to take off on a road trip. And he's going to spend more time in nature. And we do know the healing power of nature, don't we? And he's going to visit family, and he's going to see his grandsons. And so let us just hold Emil right now. And Deborah on her journey. It's Reverend Deborah Govro and Reverend Emil Govro. And right now I invite you to join in this consciousness that we know is powerful. We know that life is created from the inside out, is created from the invisible to the visible. Recognizing that seamless process of life, all life, never ending, moving from the visible to the invisible, from the invisible to the visible. And what I recognize is that at every stage of development, we are immersed and surrounded by that divine love, that unconditioned love, that embrace of the beloved. And so I feel that presence now. I claim that presence for our beloved Rev G in his process of grief, his process of healing, his process of deep, deep love and gratitude for the life of Deborah. And I know as a collective, as a community, we hold them. And I know that the divine holds them. And I feel that embrace now, and I know that embrace for each one of us, that whatever brought us uniquely, individually, divinely, magnetically through that door onto this broadcast to tune in later, whatever that pull was, whatever that attraction is, it is divine. And I affirm for each one of us that there is something during this hour together afternoon. Actually, I'm inviting everybody to play all day with me. So we got lots going on after the service, and then even after, we got an after party. That the divine goes with us and expresses itself in ways we cannot miss. Through the music, through the message, through the laughter, through the tears, through the joy in the heart, through the nature that surrounds us. There is that divine spark. It is inseparable from who we are and what we are and who we are becoming. And I claim this truth, and I claim an experience of it for each one of us this day and forevermore. And so it is. Where is our beloved Emily? Oh, we are so blessed and excited to have Emily here with us today. Emily Frost.
Hi, guys. Hi. It's so good to see everybody. All right. So this is a song that I wrote in college many years ago. And it was a time when I was thinking about who am I and what am I becoming. And there's a line in here, am I living on flames or am I living beneath them? And to me, I mean, that can mean anything to anyone, but to me it was, I don't want to live beneath the flames. I want to live on flames. I want to do what I really want to do. So, yeah, this one's called Burning Wanderer. Perpetual days, life's a mystery that I forgot to create. Time is a flame and I don't know my destination. Moments erase, not living in the right location. Looking ahead before it's too late. My mama always taught me that life is a state, and it goes like a cannonball, throwing you fast, it feels nothing at all, and it pulls like a waterfall. If you follow a path with no direction, you'll stall. Give me slow, moving people that are enjoying every minute. Let me walk so that I can grow out of my crawl. I'm making my way so I don't fall. To the people that'll love you hard, and raise them to the sky and feel who you are. Ashes burn quickly, idle hands are for the devil. Your words are my gifts that I can always handle. Give me more before it's too late. My mama always taught me that life is a state, and it goes like a cannonball, throwing you fast, it feels nothing at all, and it pulls like a waterfall. If you follow a path with no direction, you'll stall. Give me slow, moving people that are enjoying every minute. Let me walk so that I can grow out of my crawl. I'm making my way so I don't fall. I don't fall. waterfall. Give me slow moving people that are enjoying every minute. Let me walk so that I can grow out of my crawl. I'm making my way so I don't fall. So I don't fall.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Good. Great job. My name is Angelica Redleaf, and I am a member of the Board of Trustees of CSLCC. Diana, over here, and I wish to speak today about sacred service. Very much like in Hinduism, there's bhakti yoga, which is one of the paths to enlightenment. Diana and I will be speaking about how we personally have benefited by doing sacred service for our beloved CSLCC. To define service, it's the action of helping and doing for someone. The important word here is action. Sacred, holy, divine, spiritual. So basically, sacred service is a spiritual practice. And in fact, I just finished taking the Essential Ernest Holmes class, and there was something in the back of the workbook about spiritual practice, sacred service. The reason sacred service is a spiritual practice, it's because it's a powerful source of love and manifestation. Metaphysics and spiritual law will tell us that it's impossible to give to someone if you have nothing to give. That makes sense, right? By engaging in the act of serving others, you must affirm your wholeness, since you are the source of giving. Service gives you the opportunity to gain more energy, more abundance, and more time. You are talented, loving, and a student of the divine life of God. You have much to share. Take that which fills your hands, the people and activities and communities, and see beneath the surface to the divine realities that they are. My sacred service journey with CSLCC started with step 1. And Chris was here with me. Well, I came with her that first day 5 years ago. So she was here when I did step 1, which was come to service, listen, learn, and leave. That was the passive part of my journey. Well, I got here, it wasn't totally passive, but. Step 2, Reverend Theresa suggested I help at the tech table, run the video camera, and I thought, okay, I'll see what I can do. And then I started coming early and helping, and then I became a greeter. And I began to see things about myself, things that I did not like, that I had known about, but didn't have the power to change somehow. And all of a sudden, boom! I'd see it, change it, see it, change. It was just wild. Never had that experience before. So of course I wanted more, because little by little I was moving in the direction of my very best self, and that made me super happy, very happy. Step 3, I started speaking, and I'm a reader. Step 4, Reverend Theresa called and she asked me to be on the board of CSLCC. And Jennifer's clapping, thank you. And I said, yes. You may or may not know that all members of our board are very active. Again, there's that word, active. My transformation through sacred service continues to speed up. Step 5, started taking more classes. Attended the Spiritual Living Circle. Thank you, Jim Grove. That meets every Wednesday evening. There's some information on the table there. Step 6, I started doing some socializing with people here and inviting them to lunch. Let's go to lunch, let's meet. And little by little, I started to become more a part of the community, my community. So that's my journey through sacred service. Now, Diana would like to tell you about her journey. Oh, want me to stay here?
No, thank you. Thank you, Angelica. So, like my shirt? Superheroes, right? We all got them, right? But, I mean, they don't usually wear capes and things. A few of mine are in this room. And when I say these names, I don't want you to think a hero like someone I idolize, because that's not what it is. It's someone I respect and someone I look up to, someone I want to model my life after with my energy right in the middle of all that, right? Rev T, namaste. Bobby, namaste. Kathleen, namaste. A lot of us in this room know Joe and Patricia, warriors of peace. One of my favorite heroes' name is Jesus. Someone I want to model my life after. And when I say that, I don't mean the distorted, perverted view that people twisted up and say that he said. I mean the verse in John chapter 15, verse 13, where he said, "There is no greater love than this, that one would lay their life down for their friends." Don't get mixed up and go, Jesus' job was to carry the cross. We have a different cross, okay? He wasn't talking about that kind of laying your life down. What if it means to give from the very essence of who you are, the very best of what you have, the cream that comes to the top, not what's left over at the end of the week, right? Oh yeah, maybe I can make it in a few minutes early. What if we make a commitment like Jesus did to giving the best of what we had, not to sinners and people that made mistakes. That wasn't what he called people. The very last line of that sentence was to his friends. For our friends, we give our best. I consider you my friends. Adelia, her third time here this morning at 9:30, moving chairs. That's a hero. I can model my life after that. The chair you're sitting in today was probably placed there by someone named Hector, who's been doing this for years. Yeah. On August 21st, 2021, no one in this room knew my name. But Spirit had etched my name on one of these chairs. And Hector made that chair available because he made a commitment that whether his week was great or whether his week sucked, whether he was feeling it or whether he was like, you know, I just don't got it today, he was right here at that door making a way for you to come through. That's the kind of service I'm talking about. Let's make a commitment to one another. If we want a place to go that we can call our own and we don't have to set up, then we need people to commit to be here and help us do that. Come on, we can do this. We got this, right? Let's serve one another, because if we don't, who will? Nobody does it like you. Nobody. Come and do it. Let us watch you shine.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So this is another song of mine that I wrote. This one's called Precious Light. And it's about what Diane has inside of her, which is a very precious light, and what we all have inside of us. It's that giving, loving place that only we can find. Outside for quite a while, hoping that you will see a part of me. I ask everyone to be my guide and tell me who I should be. Am I right? Precious light that I hold inside, it's for me to find. It's with me tonight. And this precious light can give us warning signs, show the path that's right, be a darkness guide. Away from the crowd, away from this trying to be liked. I need to breathe in so I can begin to finally liberate, not be afraid, 'cause I've spent most of my life confused, 'cause I'm looking to find the peace in the ones I need, but I find most of my thoughts were never mine, and the darkness feeds, blinding me. Oh, right, be our darkness guide.
Thank you.
Oh, precious light. That is exactly what we're talking about here today. Oh my gosh, did you cry? Did Angelica and Diana make you cry? They made me cry. I am, thank you, Emily, or wherever you went. I am taking a detour this month, as I said. We're celebrating us, so I'm taking a detour from the global themes. So we can do that. And I want to first thank Lotus Heart from last week, because that was a pretty amazing, wonderful Sunday morning. So if you weren't here, go back and watch it, and then do the dance in your living room, because it was just so awesome. It was so much fun. And the month before last, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the month before last, the theme was how we've never done it before. And I was really resistant to that title. I was like, it's so awkward, how we never done it before. You know, it's like double negatives or whatever. I don't know. I didn't like it. I love it. I want the whole rest of the year to be that. I want it to be my theme song. The idea that we can do it different. That we're called to do it different. We're uniquely called to do it our way, and every day is an opportunity to do something different. I'm like all about it now. And if we're looking at who we are and who we're becoming, well, we do things different. And when I look, like I said in the beginning, to where we were 6 years ago, where we are today, and where we might be in 6 years, there'll be some differences, you know? So how we never done it before. I think that's so cool. And I think it's also really valuable for us to do these periodic self-check-ins, you know? Like, take my pulse. Where am I? Where am I? Right? And, you know, I don't know. Back in the day, I did a lot of goal setting. I don't really use that language. We're going to talk about some of the language around this morning. But just think about your life. Think about changes that have happened in the past 5 or 6 years in your own personal life. Maybe there's been a couple, few, lots, I don't know. 5 to 6 years. What kind of changes have you gone through? And is there a difference in you today than 5 or 6 years ago? Just kind of feel into that. Is there a difference with the people that surround you? Are there different people around you than 5 or 6 years ago? And do you think your values have changed in that time? Has your focus changed? Has your goal changed? Your mission, your vision, what you're seeing for the next 5 or 6 years? I think it's so interesting to tap into that every once in a while and just look. You know, you've heard the story. When I found this teaching, I was 31 years old and I had 2 children. My focus was very different than it is today. My focus then was really on finances. It was on family. It's different today. My focus is more inwardly out, right? Than just making sure that there was food and peace in the house, right? Yeah, it's different. I don't have to worry about food and peace anymore in my home, right? So Michael Beckwith, who developed this technology, this spiritual technology called visioning, which I'll be talking about today, all month. You've heard me talk about it before. He said it's activating our soul's calling. That's what's really happening. I see that means something to some of you. Activating your soul's calling. See, that's what's happening for me today. And then the last 5 or 6 years, or the last 30. Gradually. I didn't see it 31 years ago, right? I wouldn't have named it that. So where's your focus today? And is it possible that there could be something more? And if you could see my notes say something more in red with capital letters. I mean, something divine. Something divine that you're not even aware of, but maybe there's a little inkling. Something like that. See, the past 6 years for me somewhat has been, is this vision that I caught for this community, is it viable? Somewhat, that's been kind of my steps, right? Is it viable? Is it going to happen? Can it happen? Well, we started with 20 people in my living room. How many are here? I know Hector is here, and Michelle was in the living room. Bobby, of course, was in the living room. Yeah. Camille was in the living room. Yeah, you were there. So Annie Williams was there. I mean, those 20 people, I think my BFF, Chris, whose birthday it is today, she has passed, so she's not here, but she had been. But pretty much they're all still involved. Yeah, but we've got like 100 more too, right? And so, yeah, it's viable. I think I can let go of that idea, or that, concern, right? See, when we're given a vision, we want to trust that vision. We want to trust that just as the tree is in the acorn, that there's everything in that vision to take care of it. So when we walk forward and we make choices, we know that, we might get this, not this. We might get some redirection, but that we're moving in the right direction because this was a divine download, right? This was a divine download. So something's emerging. Something's always emerging. Something in your life is always emerging, yes? Like I said earlier, I mean, we're aging, we're evolving. Something's emerging. Yeah, always. Again, Michael Beckwith, he says, we live in a unified, multi-dimensional field of awareness. There's so much more than we see happening. There's so much more. Do you feel that? I think we have a pretty highly evolved community here, by the way. So I think you know what I mean. Like, you feel things, you sense things, you know things that you don't see. Is that true? Yeah. And then the more you know it, the more you see it, right? That's true. That's true. And we have tools. We have tools that help develop that spiritual sensitivity to the field, right? And it's treatment, which I like to say is, some people call it prayer, affirmative prayer. For me, I love the word treatment. Spiritual mind treatment is what Ernest Holmes called it. I love that word because I'm treating my mind to a new idea. I'm treating my mind to something I don't see, to change that circumstance. So we have treatment, we have meditation, communion with the divine, to just sit in that sacred silence, to seek that field, that presence, the very source of the breath within us, yeah? We have tools. Visioning is a tool. Visualizing is a tool. So to be clear, they're not the same. They're not the same. Visualizing, to see something, a goal that I want to manifest. I want that new car, I see myself in it. Maybe I go test drive it, I put it on a vision board. That's visualizing. Visioning, God says, you don't want a red car. You want a silver car. You don't want a car. You want a motorcycle. You don't want a motorcycle. Whatever. You want freedom. That's what it is. And you start getting all these downloads about freedom and how you can feel freedom in your life. And you see pictures and you get sensations. That's visioning. It's different. And they're all valuable. And they're all interchangeable. You know, we can use them together, and we do use them together. Let's just go through some definitions. You know I love that. But organizationally, generally, when you're doing this kind of work, when you're looking at your future, you know, we hear these words: vision, mission, values, goals, objectives, right? So from a general organizational place, a vision is an aspiration for the future, yes? Big picture goal, right? Ideals that we want to reach. The mission's how we do it, right? The mission's how we get there, what we do, what we stand for. It's the summary of the aims and values in which we have. Am I correct, Madam President? And yes, am I correct? Yes, okay. And this can be aims and values of an organization. I want you to think both ways this morning. Aims and values of your life. You're still breathing. You still have life. We still have things to do, right? Yes, yes. So values then are those deeply ingrained principles that we live by. Those things that are non-negotiable. And there's a lot of things today at 63 that are non-negotiable to me that I was super loosey-goosey about when I was 31 and I found this teaching. Yeah? Yeah. Some of you knew me then, so you know. Camille back there's known me since I was 16. Michelle's known me since I was 17. Yeah. It's a little different. So my values have changed. Today, I don't think they're going to change much more. They are pretty darn ingrained. It's my guiding light, like Emily sang, right? It's that guiding light. So then our goals are direct, clear intentions with action steps, like Angelica spoke about. Action, take action to reach a certain result. That's what we think about usually then with goals. And you've all heard it, SMART goals, right? Everybody probably has heard that. Goals are SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, my favorite word in the bunch, and time-bound. And then objectives. While different from goals, they are used interchangeably oftentimes. Goals are long-term, usually. Objectives are shorter, measurable time, tangible steps that we take towards the bigger. So you got that picture? Visioning's not really that. Because what happens in visioning is doors open. It's not necessarily a goal you set. There's a synergy that happens. There's a grace. People come into your life and say, ooh, this is my talent. And I say, great, because what a relief for me. It's not necessarily my talent. Thank you. We live in a unified, multi-dimensional field of awareness. When we tap into that, magic happens. It feels like magic. It's simply spirit, though. It's creation, right? The artists in the room know that feeling of being in the zone when magic happens. When the song comes to you, it's an immediate download. Everything's there when the picture starts emerging on the canvas, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There's a grace to living this way that I want all of us to have. Yeah. Again, Michael Beckwith, he says, this allows us to consciously then participate in the evolution of our soul. In the evolution, consciously participating in the evolution of our soul when we're living from that place. Yeah, oh my God, isn't that juicy? Isn't that, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. These are Spirit's aspirations through you. It's the divine saying, Beloved, wake up. We want to love more. We want to sing more. We want to dance more. Paint or travel or do sacred service or do improv or do ceramics or whatever it is that you've never done before, right? Oh yeah, it's good stuff. And it's the same good stuff whether we're talking individually or we're talking collectively. Because there is no separation again in this thing called life. So when you're in that mode for yourself and you're in that mode for how does Spirit want to act through me and show up, the whole world benefits. The whole world is going to benefit. I mean, because Spirit isn't going to give you some idea that's contrary to equality or fairness or oneness, because Spirit is that. It is oneness, right? Yeah. So we're activating and expressing then our unique talents in service of the world, in service to everything that exists, in service to Spirit, in service to each other, in service to our higher good. There's no separation, right? Isn't that exciting? It's very exciting to me. Diana, Frankie, Angelica, Lisa, your lights are shining, right? Because of the way that you give so freely and so fully. Our practitioners, our boards, you know, Sherry and Richard out there shoveling and chopping stuff, helping us get the grounds ready for this big shebang we're going to have next Saturday. You know, the Earthshine Music Festival. We're working, and it's just brilliant. Okay, I'm going on. I have a couple things still. Tracy Brown, who is a religious science practitioner, a CSL practitioner at CSL Dallas, wrote a brilliant book called Stained Glass Spirit. It's where becoming a spiritual community of oneness does not require sameness. It's a brilliant book. I'm reading it probably for my third or fourth time right now. Thriving 21st century spiritual communities are easily compared to strong and beautiful stained glass windows. See that? Stained glass window. They are composed of many individual people who come together to create deep and meaningful experience where everyone works together, but each person can also shine as themselves at their best. That's my personal desire, that this be your playground for that. You know, to come, experience, express, discover your magnificence, rise above your fears and worries and of everyday stuff and move into that field of creativity, that multi-dimensional field where we have the freedom to consciously participate not only in our soul's journey, but that evolutionary thrust that's happening with the universe, within the universe. Don't resist that. Be part of that flow. Yeah? Oh man, great things happen when we do that, when we step into it. Can you imagine living your life that way? That every step, every choice is consciously made for your soul's delight, for Spirit's delight, and for the betterment of the world? Nothing less. Nothing less. And it's easy, right? It's not work. It just takes awareness, and it takes practice. That's it. It just takes awareness and practice. This is a grand adventure that we're on. Howard Thurman, the great author and philosopher and theologian, Christian mystic, said there are two questions that we have to ask ourselves. So I want you to think about this. Two questions we have to ask ourselves. The first one is, where am I going? And the second one is, who will go with me? And if we ever get these two mixed up, we're in trouble. Where am I going? And who wants to come with me is the order. Not, who wants to come with me? Wait, where are we going? We have a vision, right? We have a vision, and this community has a vision that started in 2018. And I think, because there's way more than those initial 20 people in my living room, that it's time to revisit. And what I've been encouraging you to do is to give me your opinions, because they're important. And then I also want you to tap into that deeper, that underlying, the evolutionary soul's process, and imagine it collectively as the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast, and vision with us. We've had 4 visioning opportunities since February. We're going to have 2 more next Thursday, next Friday. We met yesterday and the Saturday before. Those 4 are on Zoom. So next Thursday at 6, the Thursday after that at 6, they're on Zoom. So we can review what it is that we think Spirit is moving us towards. Who are we now, and where are we coming? And let me tell you again, in case you missed it, when you vision, and you vision in community, for community, it's still a spiritual download uniquely for you. Because what is a community but a collective of individuals? It's really brilliant work. So everybody on your seats had a sheet. This is the outcome from that visioning that started years ago, 2018. That's the core values, how we determined what that meant. The vision and mission is on the other side. If you go to that with me, to that affirmation, if you're comfortable, I'd love you to repeat that with me. This is a combination of the work of Michael Beckwith and myself. He doesn't know we did it, but it was really a wonderful experience. So let us read this. I am willing to evolve. I am willing to become more myself. I am willing to drop opinions that no longer serve my soul. I am willing to be available to more good than I've ever experienced, realized, imagined, or manifested before, right here, right now. And I am willing to take this spiritual journey in the company of others, recognizing the power and the synergy of this beloved community. And so it is. Yeah. Emily.
All right, so there's another musician that plays here. His name's Matthew Frost, and that's my husband. And we're going to be playing together at the Earthshine event next Saturday, which is very exciting. And we don't play together very often, but when we do, it's very special, and it's usually for the center. And so we've written 2 songs together. This is one of the songs that we wrote together. This one's called Wait for the Sun. When you start to feel like there's nothing in the sky and it's dark, and there's nothing you can do or say anymore, and you feel alone and scared in the dark, and you feel so so tired from crying so much. Who could understand the pain in your heart, in your heart? At this time, life is unsure. Nothing stays the same at all. And this pain you can't take. You cannot get up off the floor. Everything you know will someday change, and everything you hold gets stripped away. But look inside your heart to find the way to the start. Did everything come crashing down on you? Did you hope for something new? It may seem like it's the end, but you can be born again. Just wait for the sun. Wait for the sun. Just wait for the sun to come on home in your heart. Oh, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your life's brand new. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Did everything come crashing down on you? Did you hope for something new? Well, it may seem like it's the end, but you can be born again.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily. What's this one? Okay. Thank you so much, Emily, and thank you, Reverend Theresa, for a wonderful message, and Angelica and Diana for your testimonials about sacred service. Just wonderful. And now it's time in our service to practice one of our spiritual practices, and that is sacred service. That's giving back to the source of our good. So for those of you online, you will find something scrolling at the bottom of the screen that will tell you how you can also give to this Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. But if you would, just take your gift, virtual or real, in your hand and place it over your heart. And know with me that this gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper, and the divine flow returns it to me multiplied abundantly. And then if you would repeat our affirmation, I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. And so it is. Now, Bobby, lead us.
Thank you, Jim. Let's sing together.
thank you, everyone, for your gifts. So I have a few announcements for you. First of all, we do have a presence on Facebook and a website, cslculturalcoast.org. So I would invite all of you to go there for the latest about what's happening here at the center. And also, if you are not receiving our newsletter, please sign up to receive that, because you get a weekly download, as Reverend Theresa said, from Spirit about what's going on here at the center. And we do have a sign up over at the table to my left that you can do that as well. So please do so. We have a lot going on here at the center, and you just heard that we're going to have Earthshine this coming Saturday. And here to talk a little bit about that is Lisa Lassard.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks so much. Yes, Earthshine Music Festival benefiting the Sacred Garden is Saturday the 20th, which is next Saturday already, between 4 and 8 o'clock. And tickets in advance are $25, $30 at the door. Kids are free, and we don't turn anyone away. Everybody come. Everyone is invited. Please make sure that that's understood, okay? It's on all of our publications, but we really want that and include everybody, and everybody show up. So all the things are falling into place beautifully. All the musicians, the garbage men, Emily and Matthew Frost are coming, Fairy Elaine Silver, Phil, and Diana and Frankie. So everything's all into place and everything like that. We've had some wonderful, wonderful, generous people offer some spectacular things for us to raffle off. Thank you for all those people. We're going to have a fantastic raffle. I also really want to thank the events team, okay? I have a little inside joke. Go Coneheads. A little inside joke there, okay? And whatever works for you to contribute, we are so grateful for that. Thank you so much. And if you can dedicate 30 minutes the day of the event, come and tell me that specifically, so I have you on that specific list, okay? We will be meeting on the Friday the 19th at 1 o'clock, the day before the event, to set up and do whatever else is needed to do before the event. And then, so come and join in if you can. I also wanted to let you know that from my perspective, being involved in all of this and seeing this community come together as it's been makes my heart sing. I have had such a wonderful time. Thank you for the community that we are to make this such a wonderful, wonderful experience for me personally. So let's see. Come Saturday, come with us, play, eat, dance, enjoy, come and make this a wonderful, wonderful Earth Day to celebrate the earth that we live on and this wonderful community that we are creating. Thanks so much. The event is at the Sacred Garden, 1101, hope I can say this, 1101 Burn Creek Loop. It's all will be on your confirmation and everything like that, and so, okay? Online, Facebook, newsletter, and there's a flyer at the table. Correct, Dan? Yes. Yep. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bring a dish. Oh yeah.
Bring a dish.
And be a dish.
And also, right after the service, or at 1 o'clock, is our concert this afternoon with the poetry of Laurel Rund. Laurel and husband Phil will be providing us with poetry and music, and we're so looking forward to that. So please get something to eat, come back, and stick around for the concert. Thank you. See, also, today is the last day to sign up for the class that is starting on Tuesday, Spiritual Economics, that is going to be facilitated by our own Kathleen Frankert. If you've been on the fence, time to get off of it and sign up. So See Kathleen after the service or register online, but do join us because it is going to be a fabulous class. I just know it. Every Wednesday night, we have the Spiritual Living Circle. Thank you very much, Angelica, for the plug earlier in the service. Every Wednesday night, we meet from 7 to 8 via Zoom, and we discuss an article from the Current Science of Mind magazine. If you would like to participate, please email me. There's a sign-up sheet on the table to my left, and I will send you the link. So we would love to have you on Wednesday evenings. And prayer. Prayer is very important to us here at the center, and we want to support you in whatever your prayer need is. So if you do have a prayer need, you can either submit that via email to prayer@cslculturalcoast.org, or you can drop your prayer request in the box over to my right by the screen. And I am also your practitioner of the day, so if you would like to have a brief moment of prayer with me afterwards, please seek me out and I'll meet with you behind the screen and we can have a private few minutes of prayer together. With that, I believe I've covered everything. Oh, Angelica, if you are interested in sacred service here at the center, please see Angelica after the service for how you can participate with sacred service as well. Anything else? All right. With that, I'll turn it back over to Emily for our final song. Afterwards for refreshments.
Okay. I know there's a lot of announcements, so I'll just say this. I have some business cards with my website on it. On my website, there's my schedule. I'm playing at Fogartyville on May 13th, part of the Songwriter Series. So that's really cool. It's a ticketed event. Yeah. And then there's this new place called Rose and Ivy I'm really excited about. Anyone that I invite gets to have a free drink with a code word, and I put the code word on a poster. The poster I put on my website, my social media, all that stuff. So just look out for that. And if you want these, I'm just going to put these on my chair so you can come up and take these. Yeah, after I get up. Yeah, don't take it now, but yeah, I mean, I guess you could. All right. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles return into their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Sun, sun, here it comes. I was trying to find the key. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. sun, I say it's alright.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great Sunday. Thank you.